Hi, thanks for joining me here in Gunnison, Colorado, on an attempt to do a cross-country trip from Gunnison, Colorado out to over the Black Canyon of the Gunnison National Park, and then landing in Crawford, Colorado. We'll be taking off here on runway 24 in Gunnison, heading west along the Gunnison River. It's the town of Gunnison, Colorado. Mountains up there to the distance, there's Crested Butte Resort ski area. I know that's annoying for some. It helps me, but it's annoying for some people on the video. So we'll continue on here. This is the Gunnison River down to the left. The Gunnison River flows east to west generally, and then kind of takes a turn to the northwest up to Grand Junction, Colorado, where it joins the Colorado River. Pretty nice day for soaring today. It's middle of August. Got pretty steady winds, around 6 knots out of the southwest, at the surface anyway. So our plan is just to continue west here along the Gunnison River, which kind of flows into, you can sort of see just up ahead there a little bit is Blue Mesa Reservoir, which is pretty large. And then a little bit further downstream there's a dam, and so there's a dam at Blue Mesa Reservoir, and then a little bit further downstream forms another reservoir pretty quickly into trying to remember the name of that. Morrow Point Reservoir. So it flows down, yeah. So it comes out of Blue Mesa, and flows almost immediately into Morrow Point Reservoir. After that, it's pretty much free flowing all the way down through the Black Canyon of the Gunnison. Ideally, I'd like to get to climb up between 10 and 11,000 feet to go over the canyon. After going through the canyon, it's a right turn to go northeast up to Crawford, Colorado, where we're planning to land. See how the winds do today. We can make it that far. And again, there's Blue Mesa Reservoir. Blue Mesa, it's like a all surrounding the lake is national recreation area, and it's nice for fishing. I'll tell you what, the water is really cold. It maybe gets into the mid 70s for a couple of weeks in July usually, but otherwise it's cold. Not too fun to swim in. Good fishing there, and camping. US Highway 50 is the main road to get to all this along here. It's the main route between Gunnison and there's Highway 50 down there. It's the main route between Gunnison and Montrose, Colorado. Highway 50 is kind of a major highway. Goes along the east and west along southern Colorado. Continues east onto Pueblo and then into Kansas, and then westward takes a turn up to Grand Junction. A little bit slow going here. Looks like we're making about 70 knots ground speed. again, I'm going to try my best to get between 10 and 11,000. So when we get over the Black Canyon, we should have plenty of altitude there. Black Canyon gets its name because of how narrow and deep it is. There's shadows cast almost all daylight hours. Well, there's some places I don't think the sun ever shines down at the bottom, but maybe I'm wrong, but something like that. There's some of it that's so narrow down there at the bottom. They say, I think it's like 40 to 50 feet wide is all at the bottom, with sheer rock cliffs on both sides. We're actually not too far from Telluride, Colorado, which is made a soaring video of recently. Sort of out there. Those high peaks over there are along the north side of Telluride. So we're like on the other side of the main ridge there from Telluride. But overall, I don't know, what, 30 miles or so, maybe less. Guess I better pay attention here. Yeah, 65 knots ground speed, and not too bad. So the strongest I ever saw using real world weather in flight simulator was soaring down in the Andes. The headwinds were so strong, I was making 5 to 10 knots ground speed forward travel. So that's the extreme that I've seen in flight simulator so far. But I guess you can go in and create any kind of conditions you want to. But that was during June, which is winter time down in the Andes or South America. It was pretty strong winds down there at the time. Turn this back off again. There's a point up here where Highway 50 crosses over and onto the south side of the reservoir. just up ahead there to the left, you can start to see the Reservoir Dam for Blue Mesa. After that, the scenery should be getting even better. So. Just kind of out of the blue, how I got started with this soaring in Flight Simulator. It happened kind of, I wouldn't say it happened by chance, but it was just kind of a wild idea I had one day. I saw it was on, I saw the freeware version online there, and I downloaded it, gave it a try, and I noticed that in Flight Simulator, it was the winds. It came with some preloaded or pre-programmed weather for summer and winter, ridge, coastal, soaring. So you can pick create your own conditions or create some canned weather. But anyway, it was. As soon as I got to exploring around some of the high mountain peaks and stuff like that, and doing ridge soaring, oh, I think I was hooked at that point. It was just so fun and so challenging. I've crashed. Yeah, I've crashed a lot. Lessons learned the hard way, and still learning, but. Yeah, it's better now, and there's a lot to learn. So. But oh gosh, it's so fun. I'm going to click this back on for a little bit just because I'm not doing so well here on altitude. Not what I planned anyway. There's the Reservoir Dam. It's actually, they have a hydroelectric power there, or generation there. And so that river, so it drops down and then the river continues, and it's not too long. It starts right into that Morrow Point Reservoir. Much narrower, of course, but see what over here. Maybe this. I know it's not the direction we wanted to go, but maybe get some lift over here on this ridge. So anyway, yeah, I started flying, soaring in Flight Simulator, and little by little, it just got more I looked for more and more challenges, and then finally ended up in the Andes. Here's something I tried too. It was kind of strange. Went from Lukla up to the top of Mount Everest. Now I don't know how realistic that would be, of course, but it took me like 2.5 hours, and without crashing. 2.5 hours non-stop on a second or third attempt, and just barely made it to the summit of Mount Everest. That's pretty crazy. It's weather-wise, I don't think it would really work out ever, but in Flight Simulator it was pretty cool. So if you ever want to try it, it's a challenge. It can be done in simulator anyway. Scenery's getting better. Altitude's not getting much better. Some. Lots of beautiful scenery out in the western United States, I'll tell you that. It's and this southern Colorado is beautiful. New Mexico, Arizona, so beautiful. Utah, of course, oh my gosh. All unique. Slow down a little bit here and see if we can increase our angle. Or pitch up and get a better, higher rate of climb anyway. One of the things that I have yet to do in the Andes down there is to do a cross country. I've been able to take off and land from the same airport, but going a long distance over those high peaks is just something I haven't quite accomplished yet. One of the trips I almost made was from a place called Cochabamba in, I'm forgetting the name of the country down there. Is it Uruguay? Anyway, or maybe it's Bolivia too, yeah, so Bolivia, and then to La Paz, Bolivia. So I tried to go from Cochabamba to La Paz, and that is a lot of high terrain and a very tall mountain. I forgot the name of it right now, but it's way up there. I didn't make it that far. I've tried 7 times to make that cross country. Get some strange graphic effects there on the water. Sorry about that. Maybe I have something set incorrectly, or machine's not keeping up or something. Graphics card's not. Not making it. I really wanted to be higher. I hope it, just gotta keep trying here. It's something to do with, is that water reflections in the graphics that are doing that? If you know, let me know. Try different settings or whatever. Or maybe it's just graphics card could be better. I don't know. That's strange. Or maybe it's just the terrain vector data itself. I don't know. You know, maybe put a comment below and that would help me out. Try to find a solution to that. It's not bad, it's just something that seems like it needs to be fixed. Rest of the scenery's looking pretty good. That's a lot better climb here. So I think we're over by, I think this is near Cimarron, where I think the reservoir for the dam is near here, so we should be entering the Black Canyon of the Gunnison National Park, which is just right there. Fly too far over that canyon without losing lift. I gotta just stay over here on the north ridge, unless something happened to the wind anyway. I don't know. If we get some lift, if we're not going to get some lift here, then I don't know about, I don't know if I'm going to be able to continue all the way. Looks like our wind is slowed down very. Right there's a little indicator that shows. I don't know if that calculates true wind or relative wind. It's got to be relative, I guess. Anyway, yeah, it's like wind speed died. Well, whatever wind there is, at least try to get some kind of some wind on the nose anyway. Downdrafts are like way stronger than updrafts any day. So, oh man. Well, if this doesn't work out, I guess the next attempt to be to get well above 11,000. Before coming over the canyon here. That's not good. That downward, I wasn't paying attention. I think that downward slope there. So our wind is coming from the southwest still, and that would have been sinking air. So if that's the case, let's try and experiment a little bit here. Maybe there's some lift over on this side of the terrain. Or maybe worse. There it is. Sorry to delay our canyon viewing. Not making much forward progress, but yeah, I gotta get some altitude here. Looking out there to the southwest, I'm not sure exactly where it is. It's Montrose, Colorado. Pretty big town. Still a town. They have they actually have airline service there at the airport. Southwest Airlines goes in there. Maybe one or two others are there as well with flights from the west. I think SkyWest or some has flights in and out of there from, maybe it was, I don't know, maybe Salt Lake or. Of course, that's also the for the people that fly commercial anyway. That's where you go to when you go to Telluride. You fly through Montrose or fly to Montrose. Well, that's a little disappointing actually. I was trying to maneuver so we could see the canyon. But the lift seems to be coming just to the side of the canyon there. Hard to see directly below. We're starting to get over here to the main part of the park that is the main attraction, I'd say. So just down there, oh gosh, let me move around here a little bit. So that down there, use my pointer. Down there is the South Rim Visitors Center. Road that goes along the South Rim with pullouts and stuff for breathtaking views. And there's also another road that goes along the North Rim with all kinds of turnouts and popular places to take photos. Well, it's Microsoft Flight Simulator, so it's not perfectly modeled with the terrain, but something to see anyway. Oh, it's very black down there. Let me move over to do this a little bit. Of course, all these little turnouts and points, especially the ones that are popular for photographs, they'll have unique names. I don't remember what they are off the top of my head, but Inspiration Point, maybe that's one of them. Inspiration Point everywhere, right? So this is the Black Canyon of the Gunnison National Park. I guess I'll plan to just ahead and to the left there, that rising terrain there. I'll see if we can get a little bit of lift there, and then over there off the wingtip, that's Crawford, Colorado, over in that area, and that's, I'm going to try to attempt to get over there and land. With favorable winds, hopefully. So I wonder if this, maybe since the canyon made a turn here and the wind is coming from the southwest, maybe our lift is over on this side of the canyon now. For a little bit, very little bit. I'll say that's a no. Okay. Whenever there's almost vertical, you see a lot of that smearing from satellite images, and when you see it almost vertical terrain like that, I guess that's just the way it is with Flight Simulator. Well, I think there's enough altitude to make it to Crawford over there. Just this side of those twin peaks over there, right off the nose now. There we go. Trying to get just one little bit of one last little bit of lift. Maybe get a couple hundred feet out of it. I don't know, that's wishful thinking probably. Slow down. It's all kind of downsloping from here, I believe, over to Crawford. Our ground speed's increasing now with a tailwind. See if we can get some weather. They don't have an ASOS or an AWAS at Crawford, but there is. I guess the next closest is Montrose. Try that out.
Kilo Mike Tango Juliet, automated weather observation 2000 Zulu. Wind 22 at 14. Visibility niner. Sky condition no clouds below 12,000. Temperature 20C, dew point 13C, altimeter 3001. Kilo Mike Tango Juliet, automated weather observation 2000 Zulu. Wind 22 at 14. Visibility niner. Sky condition no clouds below 12,000. Temperature 20C, dew point 13C, altimeter 3001. Kilo Mike Tango Juliet, automated. Kilo Mike Tango Juliet.
Somewhat of a crosswind landing anticipated here. Field elevation's around 6,800 feet. Check altimeter here. Okay. So there is the Crawford Airport. Somewhat pattern altitude here. Try left traffic for the airport. Crosswind landings are kind of hard for me to do in the sailplane here. May not be the greatest landing, but I'm going to do my very best. Wheels down. Pretty narrow runway. Much faster than I want to be. Yeah, we'll see what happens here. Somebody built a house right at the end of the runway. I'm not sure how that happened, but that was not bad landing. Hey, thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this little trip of the virtual Black Canyon of the Gunnison in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Thanks for joining me. Hope you enjoyed it. See you next time.